Hello, you don't come here. I do the online. Welcome, fellow Ambazonians, fellow people of the Southern Cameroon Territory. I am the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonia Defense Forces of the Savannah State of our nation, our state, the British Southern Cameroons, Ambazonia. I salute una. Today, I think the date be wrong. Make I correct the date. Today, the number 30 day for this month of October 2020. And I've come here today to brief you regarding the incident, the massacre that took place in Kosala, in Kumba, in Mother Teresa School, that saw the death of 6 of our young kids. We are mourning these children as we speak, along with the 20,000 of our children that have been slaughtered by the Republic of Cameroon in their genocidal war against Ambazonia. Once more, I welcome all Ambazonians at home and abroad to this update. We are here today to react to news that have come from the Republic of Cameroon, our colonial power, from their Minister of Defense, Mr. Rene Emmanuel Sadi, regarding the killing of one Wonki in Kosala, Kumba, the so-called alleged mastermind of the Kumba massacre, according to the colonial republic of La Republique. So I've come here today to update you about this incident, about this announcement that have been made by the Republic of Cameroon. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was on the 24th of this month that we witnessed this horrific massacre that took place on broad daylight in Mother Teresa School in Kumba on Saturday. That fateful Saturday, it was it was the worst day of my life since the Garbu massacre. We saw our children; their head was. I cannot imagine myself going through those images. So I want to welcome all one again. I salute all my way for house. Those who did watch me now and those who will watch me after. This one a briefing what one game for Ambazonians and the international community about the announcement where the Minister of Defense of La Republique, Mr. Rene Emmanuel Sadi, idangiam regarding the killing of one Wonki for Kosala Kwata for Insa Kumba. La Republique detox say this man naibi be the mastermind for the killing of our children them for inside Kumba. We know say this one are complete lies, but I will go ahead forgive una the briefing. It could be very, very brief, so it not will be very long time. When if you just take a few minutes for get the briefing. I will do it first in English and then I will do it because we are also aware that some international partners are watching and they are paying attention to what we are doing in this platform. But we are Ambazonian people. We speak English is a relics of our colonial time. The language we speak in Ambazonia is Pidgin English. We have our local languages, but the language that have been adopted in our country, according to the environment and according to the tongue of the black people in Ambazonia, is Pidgin English. So I will always speak in Pidgin English. And for those who listen to me, don't be afraid when you hear some grammatic error or some error that comes along with my English language, because English language is a foreign language to me. I just managed to speak it. I can barely speak English. My language is Pidgin, and my country talk. That is my native language. So if you are watching me, be mindful and don't pay so much attention to your grammar and all those English standard, American or British standard. I speak Pidgin English, and I'm very proud of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have listened to the information that is coming from the Republic of Cameroon, the country that have colonized our country, from their Minister of Defense, Mr. Emmanuel Sadi Rene. He has announced that the Cameroon government have killed one Wonke. The guy is called Wonke. Let me put up the videos we are getting from the Republic of Cameroon. So these are the messages we are getting from the press from the Republic of Cameroon, that their Minister of Defense have announced the killing of one Wonke in Kosala Quarter in Kumba. According to the news release, Mr. Rene Sadi, who is the head of the Cameroon military, announced that the so-called Wonke is the mastermind of the killing of our children in Kumba. We do not believe that this is credible. We do not believe that the Republic of Cameroon is telling the truth to the international community and to their citizens. The Cameroon government have lost all its credibility. We have seen in the attack and the killing of children in the northern part of the Republic of Cameroon, where the Cameroon government came out and lied about those video footages. If it was not for investigative work done by Amnesty International and other NGOs, the Cameroon government would have never agreed that its soldiers carried out a massacre in the northern part of their country. This is also true in the case of the Ngarbu massacre, where the Cameroon government officials on the ground, the SDO, the DO, right up to the ministers, all lied about the massacre of our children who were slaughtered in their houses in Ngarbu. Those children were killed by both Cameroon military men and their proxy forces that they used to carry out that operation, with the sole purpose to pin it on the Ambazonian fighters and to tarnish the reputation of our fighters, with the ultimate reason to turn our population against the same people who have took up arms to defend their interests and their aspiration of an independent state of Ambazonia, which is the restoration of the former British Southern Cameroon that we call today Ambazonia. The Cameroon government have lost all credibility, and the international community and the local press should not rely on information provided by the Cameroon government and their officials regarding such incidents as this one. We have done our own investigation. We have interviewed two of the parents who lost their children. The remaining parents could not talk to us because the Cameroon military is intimidating them. Those that have spoken to us have received threat from the Cameroon military, and they have ceased collaborating with our officers and our method of investigation. We have also interviewed some people who live around the vicinity of that school. We have equally interviewed people who actually have encountered those people who carry out these killings in Kumba. The question we want to ask the Cameroon government is that when this incident happened, 2 days after this incident, a group of boys were rounded up around Kumba, and the video footages were paraded on social media and on Cameroon's national television, the CRTV. The Cameroon government had told the international community that those particular boys were the people that killed our youth in Kumba. Somehow the Cameroon government failed to show the face of those individuals. We believe that was because they know that there were eyewitnesses to that massacre, and those eyewitnesses would have easily rejected and come out to speak out that those people were not the people who were involved in the killings in Kumba. So we also realize that what is the connection between the person who have been killed now and those that were presented that were the people that killed our students in Kumba. The Cameroon government is playing a game, and we want to expose that to the international community. What proof have the Cameroon government have to show the international community and the general public about these people and their connection to this heinous crime in Kumba. So far, the Cameroon government have failed to show any proof or link these people to the crime scene. Neither have they shown the faces of this individual to the general public. Neither have they shown it to the public at large. So there are three questions that have come up after this press release from Cameroon Minister Rene Sadi. The first one is the proof, the lack of proof. What proof have the Cameroon government shown to the international community or the press in their country that these people were involved in this crime? There have been no proof. The second issue is that should a legitimate government, or a government that claims to be a legitimate government, not arrest and try prisoners? Why would the Cameroon government execute people on sight if they are a legitimate government? One will wonder, why would they execute this young man that they call Wonky? Why wouldn't they bring him to trial so that the international community can come there and see what happened? We also want to ask the Cameroon government, what about the people they paraded on social media and on their national TV that are the people responsible for the killing of Florence Ayafo? The Cameroon government had presented to the international community and the local press a group of individuals they claim to have assassinated Florence Ayafo. If the Cameroon government is credible and is acting in good faith, one would have expected that an open trial should have been conducted with those individuals, with evidence presented before the court that those individuals indeed participated and executed Florence Ayafo. That case also shows that the Cameroon government is not acting in good faith and is playing games and lip service with the international community to cover its own crimes. Just like the case of Ayafo, the same is true with the case of Comfort, who was slaughtered in Moyoka. Bunch of youths were arrested and the individual was revealed by our own investigation beyond reasonable doubt. We want to ask the Cameroon government and the international community to ask the Cameroon government, why was the killer of the lady Comfort in Moyoka not identified? Why was there no trial for her killers? So we are asking the Cameroon government to come forth and admit to the international community that its soldiers are carrying a brutal genocidal war against the people of Ambazonia. We condemn the killing, the extrajudicial killing. We also quote the American ambassador, who have also clearly stated the fact that the Cameroon government have been engaged in war crime, targeted killing, and extrajudicial killing around our national territory. We also cite the numerous international reports that the Cameroon government have been engaged in systematic burning down of villages, execution of prisoners of war without any due trial. We condemn this act and we call on the Cameroon government to book. We also have seen that the Cameroon government, when it killed Ambazonian fighters, they proudly display their bodies as trophies. We want to ask the Cameroon government, why do they not display the face vividly of these so-called fighters they claim have killed our children in Kumba? We condemn all this act. We also know, these are what we know, after interviewing the victims of this attack, after interviewing the parents of the children of the victims of this attack, after interviewing eyewitnesses on the ground of this heinous attack in Kumba, we can tell the Ambazonian people without an iota of doubt we can inform the Cameroon people and the world at large that according to eyewitness testimony, both from the students and the people who live in that vicinity, there was significant Cameroon military presence in the campus of St. Francisca's campus where that incident took place. There were a lot of activity in the morning leading up to the attack. So we are sure that this attack was carried out by Cameroon military or elements that work for the Cameroon military. We also know that the Cameroon military have been using fake Amber boys to commit atrocity across our national territory. I'm going to take some moment now and present to you some of the evidence that there are some Amber Boys, so-called Amber Boys, that are undercover militia working for the Cameroon military, just as in the case of Garbu, that we are also suspecting are the same people that might have been used to carry out this heinous attack in Kumba. These are some of the images that I'm going to show you right now. This image is one of the fighters that our intelligence on the ground have uncovered. This young man who live in Bamenda, he goes by the name Prince Emmanuel Osi. Is a young boy that was recruited from a small village in Bamenda around, it's called Finge, around Babanki area. He was recruited by the Cameroon military, and he was making video and posting himself as an Amber Boy. These are some of the pictures of this young man posing as an Amber Boy. He looks like an Amber Boy, but as you can see from this other picture, he lives with the Cameroon military, he operates with the Cameroon military, and people like this have been used to carry out kidnapping for ransom across our national territory on behalf of the Cameroon government. You can see a lot of pictures of him with the Cameroon military hardware. These are some of the people that the Cameroon government disguised to carry out covert operations within our population to cause maximum chaos, with the ultimate hope to turn the population of Ambazonia against the armed resistance of Cameroon government in our territory. So these are the people that the Cameroon government have been using to attack our people, to commit crimes against humanity across our national territory. There are even more. This is another picture of another guy. His name is called Ndilange Hassa, who is a gendarmerie from the Cameroon military. I'm going to play some videos of him posing as an Amber Boy of the so-called restoration forces. These are also proof that there are some factions. The splinter faction of the IG is an infiltrated faction led by people working for the Cameroon military that are misrepresenting themselves as though they are Ambazonians.
I'm non-soldier. People in there for man from that they say they won't find, they find me. Don't do this. The kids of my papa the other day.
So this is the same person during his training when he was recruited. He's a gendarmerie posing as an Ambazonian soldier that have been placed in the group or one of the faction in our struggle that is actually working for the Cameroon government. These are more of his picture. This picture is from our intelligence sources. This is the boy when he was training in the gendarmerie training school. This is him during his period of graduation as a gendarmerie. This is the same boy. Let me bring up some of his picture. So these are some of his pictures. Let me just get a better one here for you. So these are the pictures of this guy who is a Cameroon military posing as an Amber Boy or an Ambazonian fighter. His name is called Ndilenge Hassa. He's a Cameroon gendarme who have been posing as an Ambazonian fighters. These are some of the fighters that have been placed strategic within the splinter IG group that actually represents the Republic of Cameroon, and they use these people to commit atrocity across our national territory with the hope of turning the population against the struggle and in the hope of committing a heinous atrocity across our national territory to tarnish the reputation of the Ambazonian fighters. There are even more. These are other pictures in Santa. As you can see, this young man here, his name is called Henry. This Henry is a Cameroon military person who have been posing himself in Santa as an Ambazonian fighter. As you can see, he has come out with his colors as a Cameroon military in Santa. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the people that the Cameroon government have been using to commit atrocity in our territory in the name of Amazonian war. So we want to inform the international community. We want to inform the local population and the local press in our country that the information provided by Minister Rene Sadi, the defense minister of La République du Cameroon, is not credible. It lacks substance and have no proof that the heinous action that was committed in Kumba, in a vicinity that was protected by the Cameroon military, was carried out by Ambazonian fighters. So my mommy them, my papa them, I want to can tell now, say the Minister of Defense, Rene Sadi Emmanuel for La République, the information we don't can talk and for news, say they ran kill some one Ambazonian fighter we named na Wonky for Insa Kumba for Kosala. Say that information you know na lie, make una no trust that information. We don't also tell our people then say they ran first catch some group of boys them, put them inside motor, beat them, say na them be kill our pikin them for Insa Kumba, but they no be show the people their face. Every time we La Republic it don't catch our pikin them, they don't always show their face for the public for prove I'm saying na Ambazonian fighter them. Would one ask them say why this time they no be do the same thing for show that boy their face, say na this boy them they be kill our pikin them for Kumba. Cameroon government will be see say even the time for Ngarbu, they be use now their own proxy forces. That means say force the way they pretend let's say na civilian forces them, me them go attack our pikin them for Ngarbu. After that attack, Cameroon senior divisional officers them, even their military, they be come out lie for the general public say no be their military be involved. They be actually one lie say na Ambazonian fighter them, they be bonder picking them when a crossfire be happen. The Cameroon government they always cover up their crime unless they can be proven beyond reasonable doubt before they can accept them when only palaver of shame. We be see say even for their own country, for northern part of Cameroon, when their military people they be kill some woman then way they be carry picking for their back, their government it be come out a lie say that video it be come on for chat. Now onto Amnesty International with other humanitarian group them, they be do investigation prove and beyond undeniable facts. They be prove and say na fact we no be deny them before the Cameroon government accept them. We do want tell our people then say for this case for Kumba, na so Cameroon government in hand idede. We'll be sure because say we don't talk for the picking them way they be done for the mommy them way they be kid they picking them for inside that school. We don't talk for the teacher them. We don't talk for the neighbor them where they be see the people where they become for can kid that picking them. According to the weakness them, it shows say Cameroon military be there for that school. It be there for all that area they patrol. Where it no be usual because they no be that ever they come for that place they work for day. But that morning time people they be see them for day. We also be sure say they hide for show the face for the people them. Because they know say people the way they be see that people then they go talk say no be the people then that. Now the same thing will be happen when they be key comfort for inside Moyoka, that woman where they be kokoti head for ground so. Would one ask and say if Cameroon government it be get good faith, they do work now for our people them. Why they no be can show why they no be show the person where be key comfort? Why they no be talk the group where be key comfort? Now because they know say that person it be the work now for them and the group where that person be the work for it also work now for them. So would want to show say proof a day beyond reasonable doubt. Say Cameroon government, it use its own so-called Amber Boy. Una remember, General Valerinka for La Republic, it become for inside Moyoka, it tell the people then say they get Amber Boy them. Now some picture this for the Amber Boy them, what they show them for the people them. Me then see them. For example, this boy, na boy wey come up for Bamboo area, they for some place they call and say na Fengi. La Republic du Cameroon, they recruit it, they work and use it for Bamenda. For like say na Amber Boy they harass people them, they kidnap people them for ransom. Now the boy picture then this way be the take them, me they use and let's say be na Amber Boy, but we na La Republic du Cameroon agent. This boy in name na Emmanuel Prince Ozi. Now another picture and this way he dey and La Republic du Cameroon them for their barracks. Now another one this way the worker with La Republic du Cameroon them. Now this kind of people the way La Republic they use them for do baba thing then they talk say na Amber Boy them they do them. But we na La Republic di do am. Now still some another one this for this boy wey in name na Ndilange Hassan. Yitu na Cameroon gendarme na picture in this way be the taken time way be the train for La Republic du Cameroon. Now the boy na another picture this way will show him where he done finish graduation. He work already now for La Republic du Cameroon. Na picture that. Na time that way be dey for the school, time we dan graduate, he pretend na say he be na Amba, but we na Cameroon military wey dey dan disguise like Amba. I go also wan show na the video wey the boy too he make am he call himself to say he be na restoration force.
Me, I be an unknown soldier.
So na then that.
This hate. This.
So na the video then that what I put am for una make una see am. The other one wey dey na for Santa. This boy wey be the show for Santa say he be na Ambazonian fighter, no be Ambazonian fighter. Una ran see say the boy na La République du Cameroon, their military man. So we want assure our population say the people the way dem kill our pikin dem for inside Kumba na Cameroon military people dem or na their own agent dem. We never identify them, but we know say people dem for inside Kumba be see their face when they become can kill that boy dem. We try our best for investigate this case and for provide the evidence them for our people them for make the conclusion and also for the international community. Una thank una for participate for this briefing. May God bless una. May we stand up strong. We want condemn Mr. Pobia for declaring a so-called national mourning day for our pikin the way they be die for inside Kumba. Why you know be call am that way he be kill the one for Ngarbu and the one the way dan kill am. Na shame he dan do it. We will also call on all our artists them. Me they no fall for the mistake because Cameroon government it is see how the people from Nigeria they come to do their NSAS program. They fear say Cameroon Ambazonian activists them and their musicians them go start for do that kind of thing them too in Nigeria people they do them. Now why that way they don't quickly make their own campaign for begin give money for bribe artists them me they can begin make end the Anglophone crisis. But we know say we no be Anglophone and we know say this one no be crisis, this one a war. So make our artists them they no fall for that mistake. We also call our prisoners of war. We ran yesterday they can give them small things them to say me they make that campaign. Me no prisoner of war, you no share anything we carry that thing against say end this crisis because we didn't have a war. So may God bless una. Una stay strong. We hold our Independent Day goes down. Now the key that for our victory and make we continue for deny La République du Cameroon any legitimacy by refusing them political participation for their government. We call on any man when a so-called parliamentarian senator made and deceased for help a foreign government make it come continue for rule our country. God bless una. Una stand up strong until we reach our independence. There is no retreat, no surrender. We fight for the millions of unborn children of Ambazonia. We will go fight until we arrive for Boya. Like Dr. General Mba Ivor be prophesied, the Ambazonian Defense Force will lead the way for Boya, will remain the vanguard of the revolution, and we will reach Boya. God bless you now.